So, 3, 2, mouse out of the way. 1, go. First things first. So actually, it took me a little bit of time to figure out what to do for this category, because, like, usually I'm like, oh, gotta do all the 100% categories and such. But any percent like this is definitely different. It's not, oh, the question isn't how do you collect each star the fastest. The question is which stars to collect are the fastest. And so stuff like that. Also, that movement is terrible. Anyway, we're opening with hundreds because hundreds. We need tokens. I'm Mr. Coin, that's fine. Mr. Coin on the line. I don't expect to get a good time. I'm hoping to get, like, around 40 minutes. I need to get 6 coins from this ring. We're doing hundreds here because we, the tokens give a decent amount of coins, and we need 7 tokens to collect stars, since a lot of those minigame stars are fast. Really fast. Of course, a lot of the stars inside, the minigames inside levels aren't fast at all, but a lot of the ones that you can buy for tokens are really quick. So it took me quite a while to figure out which stars are the fastest. Basically just timed out every star. As it turns out, like, all of Rainbow Castle is extremely fast. And pretty much the levels get exactly, like, the further they go, the slower they get. Pretty much exactly. So we're gonna get a lot of stars from the early levels and none from the last few. Originally, I didn't think Rainbow Castle was all that fast, but then I found out something that I missed in my blind playthrough the other day. That will be seen shortly. Wow. Good run. Good run. I'm not trying to get a good time. I don't even know if that's faster. For some reason, I didn't time jumping down there versus jumping down here. I think jumping down here is probably faster. All things considered, just because it takes a lot less time to readjust your camera and angle. So honestly, that's probably better. So yay, 20-second time loss in the first 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Anyway, apparently in all stars, like, once you get the first star, this elevator spawns. Which, is really convenient. Anyway, we can't do rings, but we're not doing rings. Because as it turns out, this minigame is actually very fast. This is like the fastest in-game minigame. Especially if you know where to long jump. 10 even. You can get, obviously you can get under 10. I had a bit of a mistake at the end, but that's still good. And maybe we really want to get 5 stars there, so we can just go right away into this. Unfortunate. We can go right into Teetering Towers 1. This actually took me a bit to route out, and I was like, how do I do this? Because Teetering Towers is really fast for a star. And it doesn't even cost any tokens, so we definitely want to get that star. It's like 20 seconds. but I was like, how do I route this? And I realized I can get 5 stars from Rainbow Castle, and they are fast enough, so I can just go right to the pipe, instead of having to go all around the first overworld. Now, unfortunately, it does mean we have to leave this pipe, which is a little slow. But oh well. It's still faster in the long run. So, Jungle Adventure. We're gonna get another 5 stars here. This is a very fast level. Now, I originally was going to get secrets and hundreds, but as it turns out, those are really slow. And we actually can also get the minigame here. This is the only other level that the minigame is fast enough. It's just barely fast enough, though. Oh, so that's the best I've ever done that star before? There's a bunch of fast stars, and you're not the fastest stars, but some very fast stars. Several stars that are 30 seconds or less, which is really good. Yeah, I know my movement isn't the best, but whatever. I'm not trying to get an optimized world record, I'm just trying to do run for fun. I gotta get the monkey star. I hate the monkey star. Because that one, I have in my notes as, it takes less than 40 seconds, because catching that monkey, as it turns out, is quite annoying. Don't die. That was terrible movement. Okay, that worked out really well. The star would actually be pretty quick if the star didn't spawn 10 years away, taking another like 5 seconds. Now, the Garden Star Secrets takes about 43 seconds, and the minigame takes about 37, but the minigame, that's if you do it perfectly. But still, in the end, I decided it's just fast enough, barely, to do the minigame. Oh, that's terrible. Whatever. Probably could have made that throw better, but whatever. Jump and throw as I'm jumping. I didn't want to take any risks, though. I wonder if you can just kick the bomb. I should try some things with that bomb. Anyway. Click this one. That one. No, this one first. Then that one. This is not being done perfectly. This one. This one, maybe? Not the best, but oh well. I didn't have a very good pattern. And there aren't that many good options. I mean, I guess I could get one in... actually, I wonder if one more in Bowser's Magma Mountain would be better. Buy Wing Cap. We don't go to Bobsled Run. Anyway, Wing Cap here is sketchy. Okay, gotta get Okay, that's good. I just needed to get 2 in that first swoop since these 4 are free. I say missing one of them. Well, both these stars here take like, what? Anyway, we definitely need to... Also, yeah, I don't know why I did that out of habit. I mean, I guess it's still optimal movement. But you can't skip that. You collected the thing. Yeah, we definitely need that wing cap, otherwise Wario's battle cannon is just not viable. The wing cap is the only reason Wario's battle cannon works. I never get that star, that plant. Because otherwise Wario's battle cannon is super slow. Oh, what the heck? No. I hate how pressing the Alt key does that. I didn't even realize I hit the Alt key. Because, like, you can so easily close your emulator like that. It annoys me to no end. Anyway, this star is literally 20 seconds. It's no different from just getting the key. It's just you have to not make any mistakes, but the platforms fall behind you anyway, so how could you make mistakes? And this takes us to exactly where we need to go anyway, so it's doubly convenient. So, Tropical Island. Originally I thought I would hardly get any here since they were all slow, but I actually get 4. Because as it turns out, Reds and Hundreds, although they're kind of slow by themselves, if you combine them together, they're actually pretty quick. But only if you combine them. If you don't combine them, then they aren't that good. This is probably not the best Hundo's route. Sorry, 80s. But it's the road I've come up with. Oh my god, these trees. Oh, shucks. I didn't kill that thing, that's unfortunate. Am I gonna have enough? No, I'm gonna need to get this red because I missed. I'm gonna need to get an extra red. Oh well. This is bad because I missed killing the piranha plant. Oh well. I don't know, I've never missed killing the piranha plant before, but okay. Also, that gets us another 2 tokens, which is good. We need tokens. All the tokens are right in our path. We don't have to go out of our way pretty much to collect any tokens in this route, which is good. I didn't actually realize that token... Like, I thought, oh, token routing might be a thing, but it was actually a bit more of a thing than you might think. That star is super fast. 20 seconds. And lastly, we're gonna be killing King Womp. Sorry, a tree. This one was barely fast enough to make it in. Oh god, don't get in the pipe. Deep Sea Divers is like the slowest minigame, I think. Okay, you know what? Don't try and parkour on the melons. The coconut star here is so slow for the record. Fortunately, despite his new form, he's got the exact same hitboxes as Vanilla? Question mark? Okay, so now for birthday cake. So as it turns out, there's a lot of, it's got several of the fastest stars in the game. Now, one of the stars we are going to be getting isn't quite fast enough to qualify, but it allows us to get the last 2 stars, candles, and with it hundreds, and that is fast enough, so... And I'm gonna start with the horrible star. Okay, I guess I'm going around. You have no idea how much I hate this star. It is so imprecise. It's probably my least favorite star in the game. For the record, if I miss this... Okay, I didn't. I don't really have a good backup. I guess I would back up with plants. Yeah, I guess plants would be the backup. That's still horrible, though. Speaking of plants... Might actually be slightly more optimal to save plants for later so they aren't in your way for the other stars. I don't know. Sniped him. This one is like 39 seconds, so it's also just barely fast enough to really be usable. My sink is dripping and it's bothering me. But yeah, those were the 2 slowest. Every other star here, aside from the minigame, is super fast. 20 seconds and even like a 10-second one, obviously. The one that's just right at the start. Anyway, T-set. This one's actually one of my favorite stars. I like it a lot. It's got some fun movement. Gotta be... Gotta be careful to not hit the Likitu or screw up the movement. But this star is really fast. Also, that's the first time that the Likitu's ever hit me. Whatever. Oh boy, the gate is gone. We can BLJ past that gate, that great, but... as this is any percent, I've decided to, you know, not BLJ, because that's kind of like the thing for min stars required in ROM hacks. BLJs are fine in 70 star, but not in 35. No BLJs here. Although, to be fair, there are no useful BLJs. I could not find any useful BLJs. Anyway, we're going to be collecting hundreds here. The only way for hundreds to be worth it in this level is to collect them with the candles, since you get like 48 coins from the candles alone. In pretty quick succession. It's like 35 seconds at the end of the candles star. Because you gotta run around these anyway. These coins are forced to get for the star, so it doesn't actually cost any extra time. Buddy, out of my way. Not bad pace. Better than I thought for some reason. Anyway, Warrior's Battle Cannon is a funky course. For a while, I didn't think it was worth it at all to come here. But as it turns out, it is. But only if you have the wing cap. Because otherwise the first star takes like over a minute. But with the wing cap, it's actually quite quick to combine the first star with hundreds. Only if you have the wing cap. And that's why we took the time to do Knock Block Tower. Because this place does have some pretty decently fast stars. Because it skips the helicopter section entirely. There's a whole bunch of extra star coins here. Yeah, and hundreds here are surprisingly quick like that. And we get a token, our last token, actually. Anyway, rings are slow, but spaceships isn't slow. But it's hard, I probably will die this star. Long jumping on these things is not the easiest. Oof, that's a big time loss. I don't know why I whacked the wall, I didn't even grab it. Maybe I should try changing my path for that star. I should take that a little bit safer. So that's 2 deaths. This star is fast enough if you don't die. Star spawns, it spawns up there. Anyway, that death was unfortunate. Oh well. Moving on. And the other fast star is the Windy War Zone. But again, only if you have the wing cap. The wing cap shaves like 10 seconds off this star. But wing cap and cannon, well, wing cap and cannon. Because you want to warp all the way to the top. Grab the wing cap. And do this. And those 2 stars are like 30 seconds, so that's why it was really important to be able to get the first star, because then it allowed us to get 2 more really quickly. Okay, I think I lost my bearings for a bit, but yeah. Without wing cap and cannon, I mean, wing cap I guess alone is good enough, but wing cap and cannon really help, otherwise that star's like 40-50 seconds. And it's just too slow. Yeah, I actually like Battle Canyon. It's a funky course. Anyway, minigames. As it turns out, this star, if you... I have not failed this in, like... a long time. Wow. This star is actually quite fast. Want to get boosted like that? Yeah, that one's like 25 seconds, I think. Yeah, so it's definitely worth it to get that one. Unless you die. And now here, obviously, we don't need metal cap for anything. I did actually find a metal cap in Windy War Zone, but... Or, like, intended for the Windy War Zone thing, but... Anyway, you don't need that one. And reds here are, like, the slowest star in the game, or one of. It's like a 2-minute star. But Bomb Skip Ball. Yeah, I realized that this is referencing Bomb Skip Ball. This one's quite fast. Also, hey MB, welcome to the stream. Slide optimization, we do that one last, because when we exit course, we're facing the correct direction. We're facing away from the table as opposed to towards it. Anyway, hot rope jump. I considered for a moment doing hot rope jump too, but that's like a minute long. No. Like, yes, it speeds up, but the first few take a while. Like, this is like 30 seconds right here for the first 20 jumps. Also, yeah, welcome MB. I don't know what my life has turned into. I'm speedrunning ROM hacks. Everything is falling apart. Anyway, our last minigame star is in here. Buy Vanish Cap. God, same game. If you could play same game perfectly, I'm pretty sure it would be fast enough, but same game is so awful. It's the worst star in the game as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it is terrible, and you just don't have enough time to calculate it all enough. But anyway, this star is plenty fast. Reds here are like a minute and a half, though. Also, thankfully, this one boots us out, conveniently. Anyway, Magma Mountain. We don't actually enter Eternal Star because it's extremely slow, and Engine Room because it's extremely slow. This game is really good, MB, you should. No, actually, technically, Engine Room isn't that slow. The screws and the hundreds are actually both about 40 seconds each if you combine them. But going out of your way to that star for 40-second stars, it's not quite fast enough, because no other star is fast enough. Now, the cage star would be fast enough if we could open up the Vanish Cap, but Vanish Cap is so far out of the way in Dark Castle that it's not worth it. Anyway, frame walking there, that strat, I love that strat. It's difficult, though, but you frame walk to wait until the fire burns you up the rest of it. It's a good meme. But yeah. So we can't do Engine Room at all. In Eternal Star, there's no star that's faster than like 45 seconds. Oh god, where am I going? Anyway, the last two stars we're gonna get here are this one here. This course is actually quite difficult. I want those coins. Yeah, these last two stars that I'm getting here are just barely fast enough to be worth it. Like, just barely under 40 seconds. That was basically my criteria, under 40 seconds, and I just barely got enough. That made it all work. Anyway, lastly, we're going for reds. I mean, obviously it wasn't just under 40 seconds, the fastest ones, but it turned out to be pretty much any star under 40 seconds. And you may be wondering where our last two stars are, and my answer to that is, Mary's Rainbow Castle. It's a shame that we have to go to Overworld 3 just for 4 stars, because if we didn't have to, we'd be able to skip out, like, we'd be able to cut out all of, Hot Rope Jump 1 and save it, like, another 40 seconds. But there just were not enough fast stars in the first overworld. Also, let me just skip that, or no. Okay, well my splits are all ruined now. Yeah, there were just not another 4 stars fast enough to justify not going to Overworld 3. Really? This run is turning into a disaster. How many times did I practice? Actually, only like 3 times, but still, that never happened before. I'll blame the terrible camera for that one. This star is like the longest star in this level. Whatever, it's like 37 seconds, but it's worth it because the last star is like one of the fastest in this level. Oh, but only because of the elevator. If the elevator wasn't there, it'd be way too slow. But since that elevator is there, I was like, oh wow, this elevator exists, so we can actually get all of the stars in this level. The only level where it's fast enough. Because it just skips like half the stage. Now the question is, this movement is very difficult. Can I do it? Or will I die here? Unfortunate. If you do it everything optimally, you can. Oh no! Okay, now cycles are completely off. Optimally, you can do the star in 20 seconds because you can just run up the one side and none of the Fuges will be able to catch you. But it involves. Yeah, now I can do it here. But yeah, it involves not missing a cycle. If you miss the first one, like the ending part is fine. The first few is where it gets hard. Anyway, that was extremely slow. Unfortunate. Anyway, Minigame Island. We don't actually get any stars in Minigame Island. They'd probably be fast enough. Since most of the reds are just kind of in your way. I don't know about the other star. The other star takes like 35 seconds. I don't know. It's actually a lot longer than you think. I just realized, is the music dynamically changing here? I think it might be, based on the section of the map you're in. That's funky. So we're not gonna sub 35, but we could easily sub 35 if I didn't have like 5 deaths, which cost me several minutes. Anyway, Bowser, aka RNG the Fight. So as it turns out, there are only 5 minigames. I checked with save states to see. So yeah, it's only Tug of War, Memory Match, Coin Block, Blitz, Skateboard Scamper, that was bad. Ideally, you want to be in the air when it's moving backwards and not be in the air when it's moving forwards. Hey, Racing Man, welcome to the stream. You beta tested this hack, fancy. Time for me to miss all my Bowser throws. Because this is the worst final boss ever. What's the 5th minigame? Memory Match, Coin Block Blitz, Tug of War, Skateboard Scamper. Oh right, and Platform Perils. Oh, that's slow. Whatever, we should... I don't know what the new time is for this one, but it's still free if you do optimal movement. Okay, that bomb has a very generous hitbox. That's way bigger than vanilla. And what's our last minigame? Coin block blitz. I think this is the fastest one. I don't know, though. 41, that's a good time. I was like, let's do it a bit safer. Because now I don't have to do as strong of a throw. Terrible time. Could have done so much better. Oh well, I'll take it. Save splits. I will be right back because that dripping sink has been driving me nuts all run.